Yo, I am Guido Jallo, the owner of the Afri-Culture Concepts YouTube channel. Today, I want to give a quick illustration on how people may appear to be similar in very distant regions, but when you get the chance to observe their biological makeup, they are not closely related. By observing populations in parts of Africa, and observing a couple populations from Asia, and how they appear phenotypically. Hopefully, I will have enough time to show how populations that may not appear similar can be more closely related than populations that may have a similar appearance. But first, I must begin with a couple profound quotes from African-American bioanthropologist S.O.Y. Keita. In one of his profound speeches, S.O.Y. Keita said, "There are different populations in the world that look very similar to each other, like the people of New Guinea who, to the average eye, they appear like Africans, but when you do a genealogical study on them, they belong right where they are, in Asia. Then there are some people in Africa who do not look like each other at all, that are more genealogically connected. For example, the Melanesid, the dominant type of New Guinea and Melanesian islands. The name derives from melis, Greek, equal black, and nisos equal island. Probably developed through various migrations from Southeast Asia during the Paleolithic and Neolithic. Medium brown to black skin, tight curly hair, robust features, often with suborbital arches, wide, relatively high noses, and full lips. The height is variable, the limbs are long. Although features sometimes appear sub-Saharan African, no close relationship exists, and they result from convergent evolution. Besides the insular Melanesid proper, a more gracile, long-nosed neo-Melanesid variety is found among Papuans. Mountain Melanesids show very robust features. Tapirids are among the shortest people of the world. In the Western Solomon Islands, a very dark bouquet variety exists. A very ancient, Australoid variety is the Paleo-Melanesid. The Negriddid, very ancient South Asian type that probably arrived with an early out-of-Africa migration by oceanic routes. Negriddids are very short, males often below 150 centimeters, and have dark brown to black skin, kinky hair, and relatively short skulls. In difference to African pygmies, negriddids show adultiform proportions, e.g., no abnormally short legs. Facial features are usually more gracile, noses not very wide, was pushed back by later migrations of Vedids and Mongoloids, and survives only in small numbers scattered across several remote locations. Until 1857, the Antamenids, North End Amanid, South End Amanid, lived extremely isolated. After contact, populations rapidly collapsed due to disease. In the Philippines, an Edid variety exists. In the Malayan Peninsula, a Semangid variety. Both still survive in the rainforest. Deforestation, loss of culture, and disease could soon wipe out these unique people. The Australid phenotype group typical for native Australian people probably split off from one of the early out-of-Africa migrations before the divergence of Europeans and East Asians. Migrated to Australia via a South Asian route, often shows a variety of ancient features. Superciliary arches strong, prognathy, long skulls, receding chin and foreheads, long-legged, slender, skin medium brown to black, hair wavy to curly, noses very wide, body hair stronger than in sub-Saharan Africans. The North Australid variety is high-skulled, taller, darker, and more slender. The South Australid low-skulled, more thick-set, and fairer-skinned. In the Western Desert exists a short-faced, lighter-haired desert Australid variety. Until the 20th century, a pygmoid Baronian variety was found in the forests. The kinky-haired Tasmanid was native to Tasmania. European colonization practically wiped out all of them except North Australids and Desert Australids. The Sudanid is a widespread type, native to the savanna regions of North Equatorial Africa. Skull long and high, nose very wide and rather low-rooted, lips bulging, chin small, forehead steep, face large, hair kinky, legs long, and body muscular. In contrast to Benchuits of the southern savannas, features are more pronounced, skulls higher and legs longer. Represents an adaptation to humid savanna climate. The most typical variety is the Sudanid, proper, of West Africa. In East Africa, aka Kordofanian, a similar East Sudanid is found. The Bobo type of Burkina Faso is characterized by shorter skulls, the Senegalid by more gracile features and darker skin. The Equatorial Sudanids of Central Africa show stronger Congolid influence like several other varieties, e.g., the Casamance type. The Ethiopiid is a widespread African type, typical for regions with hot and dry climate. Ethiopids are characterized by very dark skin with a reddish tint, tight curly hair, narrow, high nose, a tall, slender stature, and long heads and faces. Marked chin, thick lips. Different groups of Africa have been regarded Ethiopiid. Their common morphology sometimes results from adaptation to a similar climate. Besides affinities to other sub-Saharan Africans, they are linked to early Caucasoids who partially left and migrated back to Africa. North Ethiopids are shorter and more robust, South Ethiopids even taller and very slender. The latter contains a moss-sized subvariety. Central Ethiopians live in Ethiopian highlands. Saharan Ethiopians possibly dominated North Africa prior to its desertification. Although this type comes from an African and Asian prehistoric population and can cluster with Caucasoids, you will not find these types anywhere else prior to recent migrations to the Western world. This was just a quick breakdown on how human variations can appear similar in different parts of the world and not be closely related to each other. So when we have further dialogue about other Africans from further north, you may have a better understanding that human variations may appear similar in different regions. It does not always mean that human types were invaders. It could mean that their types may have emerged in different regions at the same time, or they may appear to be similar because their environments were similar, causing some features to appear similar. Always keep in mind that Africa is a landmass, a continent, a geographical location. It is not human. Thanks for tuning in for another installment of Afri-Culture Concepts. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you like this content, contribute to the channel so that I can continue improving the type of content that you want to see. Peace.